How you doing there, Gerald? What parts of your career choice do you find rewarding? Well, hard to say on your question here. Career choice as an instructor at public community college, or as in a professional of network security. Obviously, I'm teaching. There's a reason behind why I'm teaching. What I find rewarding as an instructor, and what I found rewarding as an instructor lately is, especially now that I've been there for quite a few years, I've had quite a few people go through my program, I get the individual who comes back to me and says, thank you for teaching me what you did, thank you for being hard on me when it comes to end user support, telling me the way it is, telling me the truth about it. So that's what I find rewarding, when I find students that are willing to come back and say thank you, and that I was correct or right when I gave them my opinion of how the industry is and how the industry works. What parts of your day-to-day responsibilities do you find challenging? Day-to-day responsibilities as an instructor, I love being in the classroom. That's not a challenge. Whether the students show up or they don't show up, it doesn't matter to me. They pay for the privilege to be there. I'm going to lecture whether I have somebody there or not. The responsibilities that I find challenging are the expectations that I go to meetings that I find useless. So a lot of the college administration don't care for it. I've already done the network administrator thing. I've already done the person in charge, the boss. These are the things I find challenging because I just don't want to do them anymore. Do you find your compensation adequate for your duties? For what I know, for what I do? No. I'll be extremely honest. I make mid-40s. I could be making the 60s or 70s out in the industry. That's where I should be. That's what I should be doing. I find that teaching not only works for me because I have two young children, it's rewarding enough for me to continue to do it. So that's why I stay there, and that's why I do what I do. How do you feel about the need for continuing education and recertification? Well, continuing education is non-stop in our field. Technology changes all the time. There's a theory out there called Moore's Law. It says that technology will double every 18 months. I found this to be very true. I think that without the continuing education, without recertifying what you know, and proving not only to yourself but to others, the recertification part is a necessary evil. But once again, this is once you get complacent in your industry, maybe you don't want to go do that anymore. But you will go nowhere without increasing your knowledge, researching, that type of stuff. It's just expected in the industry. How do you feel about people who jeopardize your network through ignorance or complacency? There is no excuse for ignorance. There is no excuse for complacency. If you don't want to do the job, don't be there. If you're working for me and you don't want to do the job, I'm going to get rid of you. That's all there is to it. Ignorance is not a defense in a court of law. Ignorance is not a defense when it comes to working for me or for my network or in my network. Now, if it'll fall back on me if I didn't explain, or you're an end user who has no idea of how the industry works. So end user education is my job. End user education and policy education is what I should be doing. if I fail in my job, then I expect you to fail. But if I've succeeded in educating you and I've succeeded in explaining the policies and you fail on your end, that's all on the end user. That's I have no mercy for those who, you know, understand and know and still blow it off. Where do you see the field going in 10 years? Computer security is an ever-growing field. You see more and more computer security split-offs, HIT, Health Information Technology, with HIPAA, with the onset of the government wanting to digitize all of your medical records. So there's a lot of this that in 10 years, there's going to be a lot of changes. Moore's Law once again. Every 18 months, technology changes. This is going to happen again and again and again over the next 10 years. The hacks are going to get faster. They're going to be more creative. It's going to take those types of people that are going to be more creative to protect data. What parts of the computer industry do you wish you had placed more emphasis on during your education, and why? Actually, I think I have a pretty well-rounded education. I was a programmer. My first degree was in programming. Second degree is in information systems. Third degree in security. Security certifications. I have to certify CISSP. There's Security Plus, Networking Plus, A Plus. You know, so I think my education is well-rounded. My experience in the industry is very well-rounded. I would hope, anyway. And you asked, should you have placed more emphasis on one part of my education? Over the years, customer support has become, I've become better at it. I've become more attuned to it. Becoming good at customer support is experience. You either are good at it or you're not. I've found that I've worked really hard at that, and I think that I've gotten better at that over the years. There really is no way to educate somebody in becoming a qualified end-user support person. Somebody's liable to, you never make your end-user feel stupid, and this is one of those soft skills that most people have or don't have, and it's hard to teach. Beyond the network security duties, what are some of the challenges you face, unexpected challenges? Beyond network security duties, keeping up with how fast the industry changes, how fast the hacks change, how fast, it's just an ever-changing industry. Trying to keep up with it. The unexpected challenges are always new certifications, new industry-leading standards. Wireless has gone from 802.11a to 802.11b to 802.11g to 802.11n. It's the ever-increasing. Every day is an unexpected challenge. You never know what you're going to face on the day-to-day basis. If you had it all to do over again, would you? Absolutely. I've enjoyed, I'm 48 years old. Thus far, I think, I'm not going to give you one of those hippie revelations that I'm a student of life. Because I'm not. I've been very selfish over the years. I've looked after myself. As I got married and had children, I look out for number one. That's my family. Would I do it all over again? Of course. I've enjoyed the field. I've enjoyed the technology. There's one part of the technology that I've always, it's vocational. Everybody says that what we do is vocational. Uh, and I understand that they say that it's vocational because there's parts to replace, and it's much like a car, and I can see where automotives is vocational. I've always thought of computer science as just that, a science. This is the type of industry where I don't think we get the respect that we really do deserve. Computing is everywhere. Computing will be everywhere. You see wireless phones coming out. 70-80% of the households in America have home computers. Banking will be done over home computers. You'll see more and more industries, more and more brick and mortar schools, retail sales. You're going to see the brick and mortar go away. You're going to see more and more of that on the internet. You're going to have a new industry, a rising industry. That's going to be package delivery. So you'll either work for a company that's on the internet, customer service, or package delivery. That's, and one of the questions you asked, what do you see in the next 10 years? Look at that, and look at the industries. Health information technology. The little old lady working at home doing encoding for health information for doctors. So a lot of this is going to take place within the next 10 years or so. If you had it all to do over again, like you asked earlier, most definitely would. I've enjoyed the ride, and I hope the ride will continue. Now, I know that I've broken this down. I've already answered question 10, and it's on the next video. So I'm going to end this as part A, and part B will be the next video.